Testing. Testing. I'm frightened and wonder to find myself here. I am frightened and wonder to find myself here rather than there, for there is no reason why I should be here rather than there, now rather than then. Hello, hello, hello.
I was getting
That
scared.
word. Yikes. Conquered. I don't do that.
So you had drank a lot of these when you reached out to the Perverted Book Club. Is that what you were trying to tell
I'm
me?
just all over the place. It's like a second Red Bull. My mind is one. I'm just like, I'm coming to life. And yeah, I'm getting excited. So so quarantine, pandemic, lockdown, revolution, whatever.
Is that when you moved here?
No.
Okay.
But that's when I went the hardest I've ever gone, maybe on Instagram. That way of with mingling, talking to strangers, DMing, whatever, just being like commenting on strangers' photos, being like,
I love
oh my
it.
God. Carried that behavior into when I moved to New York, which was like a year and a half ago, July of 2021.
Okay, that sounds about right.
And then all of a sudden I'm in this world. I was house sitting, cat sitting. I will take it back to the Perverted Book Club, and I'm getting
No,
there.
yeah.
It's the Red Bull flowing in me now, but coursing through my veins. But so I'm like living in 11 places.
Well, so why did you come? Why did you come here? You have a project going on.
Well, no, that's not why. I'll tell you why I came here, but I carried over my Instagram behavior of like just talking to strangers, which is how the world works now.
You're never gonna stop now.
I will never stop. When I moved to New York, and all of a sudden I saw these I became friends with Matt Starr.
Yeah.
And he's such a kook.
Please come on the podcast.
Oh, I think
he's
he'll
wonderful.
totally.
Well,
Why wouldn't he?
I hope he does.
Did I just come onto a podcast that Matt Starr wouldn't set foot in? Set foot on. Anyway.
Might have said, did he invite Matt first? He might beat me first.
Oh my God. Am
You
I
first.
a sloppy second?
It was you first.
All right, good.
You're gonna ask him anyway, so I'm telling the truth.
I'm gonna ask him, but oh yeah,
He's immediately invited right now. I'm begging you, Matt.
Well, he's incredible. No, so he's like, and we talked. He likes phone calls. Immediately, we moved off from like Instagram DM to phone calls, and he invited.
So you just DM'd him when you got here, and
no, I didn't. I wasn't like I'm moving to New York for Matt. No, I was here, and then all of a sudden we have mutual friends. God, this story is taking an eon. There's like no real payoff.
Was there a literature connection there?
No, but this is the point.
Okay.
I liked Matt's vibe. We have mutual friends. We started following each other on Instagram. He loves older people. He loves wearing nail polish. He loves poetry. He loves Sex in the City, this, that, and the other, the Upper East Side, and Zabar's and all this stuff. And he's like this younger guy, and he looks like a beatnik, and he looks kind of like
I'm going to let
Leonard
that
Cohen.
West Side thing just go by.
Well,
Be quiet.
so all of a sudden he starts posting about poetry readings, and I'm like, oh my God, poetry readings. Who gives a fuck? Poetry readings? I don't care about
people did not know it was going to blow up.
Who cares about poetry? And I'm like, well, I guess I'm in New York now. I guess I'm gonna.
Right.
I guess I'm gonna dip my toe. I'm going to Broadway shows, and yeah, I'll check out a poetry reading. It looks kind of chic and hip the way Matt's presenting it on his Instagram. So I went, and I was like, moved. I went to a few. I went to one of Matt's. I went to something at KGB.
Okay, that's what was the first one at KGB?
First one was at KGB which is, how would you describe KGB?
Well, it's on 4th, and it's on the same block as the theaters there. The club theater across the street. God, what's the theater right next to it on this? Never mind.
I don't know, but
KGB's up the 2nd floor, and it's drenched in red, and it has a literature poetry.
There's an indie film night of all these incredible like really low budget, interesting like filmmakers. There's a night every Sunday at KGB on one of the levels, because there are many floors at KGB and many different rooms at this place KGB. And Sean Price Williams, who's this really great DP who did like whatever, he hosts this night every Sunday. So I end up at the Sunday night movie night thing at KGB. Then I go to some poetry reading situation over there. And I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like moved to tears at the power of this young girl like reading her poetry that's all futuristic and modern and futuristic. And I'm like, wow, just words strung together that I'm really feeling. It's incredible. So then I'm into poetry. I go to one of Matt's things, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I couldn't believe the community that he brought together. And like, I love the community that New York has, where it's like people support people's poetry nights.
How awesome in New York is it to see all these people mobbed into a poetry reading
at the river on Bayard, like at these cool spots. Yeah.
And then there was another one.
Incredible.
Was another one? Was it in the Sbarro or?
Yeah. So then I became friends with Matt, and him and Zach asked me if I wanted to participate in one of the readings that they're for their press called Dream Baby Press. Is this
Right.
just like a really long ad for
No,
Dream
thank
Baby
you for doing
Press?
that.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna do it anyway. No, thanks. It's better when you do it. You know.
But
It's your life.
they had me participate at a reading, and I read something, and I read like an excerpt. I can't pronounce it from something I wrote recently that I'm gonna make like a. Anyway.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
And it took place at Sparrows. I'll tell you all about that. But but that reading took place in like the subway station of a Sparrows
And it was
located in a subway
packed full
station.
of people,
It was
as
packed.
if maybe the police should come.
I couldn't believe it, for this kooky kind of perverted erotic reading of people's poetry, and like
Oh,
there
I
was like
love it. I
press
think it's
there.
great.
It was insane. Yeah, New York is the best.
Yeah, I really get a real New Yorky vibe off the whole thing. It felt really beatnik, you know.
Yeah.
And who knows what happens now? But did you go to any of these things?
I've gone to some of them. I've gone to the, Mars review of
Yeah.
books. Yeah, I've gone to a few of theirs. I was in Expat, so I went to some of their
Cool.
stuff. Yeah, I tried to go to the Dream Baby one, but the line was like they cut it off before I got.
Oh,
there.
there were so
Sparrows?
many
Yeah.
people.
Oh my
There was
God.
so
I was
many
with my sister,
people.
and we were like
What?
10 back, and they were like, "No more rack capacity."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's when I was dating a. Forget it.
Okay,
Never mind.
we can do it. We're